changed in that regard. Donnie Lawal out of Georgia Tech leaving Atlanta after his junior year.
You know, it's interesting with Lawal. He had a pretty good season, but he irritated a number of NBA scouts and GMs because he was on the floor with Derek Favors, and he dominated the ball. And for the first half of the season, you didn't see Derek Favors do a lot, and a lot of guys were frustrated. Actually, Georgia Tech changed gears mid-season, got Derek Favors more involved, and they actually started winning some basketball games.
You know, he's going to have some impact on the game. Lawal's a pretty good defender, excellent rebound, in the top 3 or 4 in the ACC. I'm surprised that people haven't looked at him more, but the bottom line is I think he needs to work on his offensive game inside, particularly footwork, maybe being able to step away 10 feet from the basket, knock down the jumper consistently. But he's a pretty good player. He's one of those guys that I think has a chance also to crack, depending on what he does here, to crack that first round.
Well, the one thing you saw that a 7'2" wingspan, that to me, you know, we were talking about it before. You don't rebound with your neck, rebound with your arms. And I mean, having that wingspan, I think he's somebody that has the motor, has the ability. And I always believe if you rebounded in college, you'll rebound in the pros. It always trends. Paul Millsap was a great rebounder in college. You know, he's a great rebounder. Kurt Thomas, great rebounder in college, great rebounder in the pros.
You know, on top of his physical attributes, I think he kind of has a little mean streak to him too. I mean, he plays with toughness. We got a chance to see that a couple of nights ago when Matt Barnes, who plays for Orlando Magic, a very tough player. There was a time where he helped up a player from the Celtics team. You just don't do that. You don't help up another player from another team. And there have been times this year where I've
only
seen
on
games,
the pro level.
there have been times I've seen a guy down on the ground playing against Georgia Tech, and I've seen Ghani step over him, kind of saying that's where you belong. You belong on the ground. I put you on the ground. You belong there for a reason.
So you like that in the college?
That kind of mentality, I do. I like that kind of toughness because that's something that really translates over to the NBA game that guys need to bring to the table.
So you say good motor, you say toughness. He hit 15 double rebound games. So what can he do here? It's not 5-on-5. What can he do here? I realize there's going to be workouts too. Well, but what can he do here to solidify himself in the first round?
Again, playing to his strengths. I mean, when they have drills at a full court, to be able to get out and run and demonstrate that he's got fleetness and again, footwork when they're running drills inside. I mean, you take a look at him right there on these drills, coming out, pivoting, going to the basket hard, catching, getting his footwork together. Something that Derek Favors had trouble with early, and that's why Lawal had to be gone to. But towards the end, obviously Derek Favors, the cream rises to the top.
We're at the 2010 NBA Draft Combine in Chicago, along with Jay Williams, Billy King, Len Elmore, Chad Ford. I'm Mike Gleason, and once again, the sixth member of our broadcast team. Here's Andy Katz. Andy?
Well, Gordon, obviously your decision was well documented. How close were you to deciding to go back to school versus stay in the draft?
I mean, it was a very tough decision. One of the most difficult decisions I've ever had to make just because of the people at Butler and the whole atmosphere.